Hello and welcome to Learn with Hema's class. Today I am going to take up English poem of class 9 unit 2 2.1 Invictus, one of the most beautiful poem written by William Ernest Henley, and this poem was written down when he was hospitalized and was being treated for tuberculosis of the bone, and this disease is also known as Pott's disease, whereby one of his leg was cut, that is, he was amputated. But even after facing so much of hardships, he did not give up. So it was during this time, he did not cry at that time also, so it was during this time that he wrote this poem. Though he wrote this poem in the year 1857, but it was published in the year 1888 for the first time, almost after 13 years of writing this poem. Poem with great message is here for all of us. Before starting, I'll let you know that in this poem I shall be giving you the margin questions, the workshop, complete the following, that part, as well as the appreciation of the poem. So at the end of the chapter you will be getting all these things in this poem. So let's start. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. So out of the night that covers me, here it means the problems which I am facing. The problems are coming to me from all the sides. That is, out of the night that covers me, the problems that covers me. Black as the pit from pole to pole, and that means the problems are coming from all the sides and they are very grave, very serious. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. So I thank God because whatever the situation is, the problems that I am facing is, I have never given up. I have never felt defeated. So it's my unconquerable soul. Because of this, I thank God that God has given me or bestowed me with this unconquerable soul. Next stanza. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. So very nice meaning over here. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Whatever the circumstances are, whatever the problems that I have faced, or whatever problems have given me pain, or I have never cried out for that pain. Whatever pains I have received, whatever threats I have received, I have never winced. Never winced means never cried out of pain nor cried aloud. Not even a single ouch from my mouth have come out because of the circumstance. So in the fell clutch, that means whatever circumstances I find myself, I have never made a single sound of pain or cry. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. So these circumstances, they have beaten me a lot, and because of their beatings means because I have faced them continuously, and these circumstances have hurt my body in many ways. But still, under the bludgeonings of chance, that means whatever beatings I have received by the circumstances, bludgeonings means a violent beating by the club, hunter से मारा जाना बहुत बुरी तरीके से, जिससे शरीर से आपके खून निकलता है. सो माई हेड इज़ ब्लडी बट अनबोर्ड. तो मेरे सर से खून निकल रहा है, भले खून निकले, बट आई विल नेवर गिव अप. आई विल नेवर बो माई हेड, बट हेड अनबोर्ड. बियॉन्ड दिस प्लेस ऑफ wrath एंड टीयर्स लूम्स बट द हॉरर ऑफ द शेड. अब ये जो पोएट कह रहा है कि ये जो धरती है, ये जो प्लेस है, यहाँ पर गुस्सा भरा हुआ है, दुख भरा हुआ है, और पूरा गुस्सा दुख जो हमेशा है ना कहीं हमारे सर के ऊपर मंडराता ही रहता है. ये जो डर है, ये हमेशा कहीं ना कहीं मंडराता रहता है. हम हमेशा डरे डरे से रहते हैं कि कहीं कुछ हो ना जाए, कहीं कुछ हो ना जाए. सो बियॉन्ड दिस प्लेस ऑफ wrath एंड टीयर्स लूम्स बट द हॉरर ऑफ द शेड. तो चाहे धरती हो या धरती के बाहर हो, वहाँ पर भी ऐसा ही है. एंड येट द menace ऑफ द years, menace मीन्स थ्रेट, डर. तो जितना भी मुझे डराया गया है, धमकाया गया है ये इन सिचुएशंस ने, इन ट्रबल्स ने, ये इतने सालों से मैं इनको फेस करता आ रहा हूँ, अब भी मैं तैयार हूँ कि कोई भी मेरे सामने कोई भी प्रॉब्लम आने दो, कोई भी तकलीफ आने दो, आई विल फाइंड द प्रॉब्लम, आई विल फाइंड द सोल्यूशन एंड शेल फाइंड मी अनअफ्रेड। और मैं अपने आप को फिर भी अनअफ्रेड मानूंगा, चाहे कितना भी डर होने दो, कितना भी मुझे दुख दो, आई विल नेवर गिव अप, आई विल नेवर फाइंड माई सेल्फ अनअफ्रेड। It matters not how straight the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. So he says it matters not how straight the gate, मतलब कितना संकड़ा रास्ता ही क्यों ना हो, कितना नैरो वे ही क्यों ना हो गॉड के रास्ते में जाने के लिए, या किसी भी काम को करने के लिए कोई जो रास्ता हमें अपनाना है वो कितना ही छोटा क्यों ना हो, दैट मीन्स लीस्ट चांस भी क्यों ना हो। हाउ चार्ज्ड विथ पनिशमेंट्स द स्क्रोल, अगर कोई पनिशमेंट भी लिखा गया है मेरे लिए कहीं पर किसी ऑफिशियल पेज पे, स्क्रॉल मीन्स एन ऑफिशियल पेज वेयर पनिशमेंट्स आर रिटन डाउन, सो मतलब ऐसा कोई पनिशमेंट भी क्यों ना लिखा हो मेरे लिए, हाउ चार्ज्ड, कितने भी सीवियर से सीवियर पनिशमेंट्स होने दो, बट आई विल नेवर गेट अफ्रेड, बिकॉज क्यों मैं नहीं डरूंगा, आई एम द मास्टर ऑफ माई फेट, आई एम द कैप्टन ऑफ माई सोल। मैं ही अपने नसीब का मास्टर हूँ, दैट मीन्स मेरे साथ जो होता है वो सिर्फ मैं, उसके लिए सिर्फ मैं ज़िम्मेदार हूँ। एंड आई एम द कैप्टन ऑफ माई सोल, दैट मीन्स कि मेरी लाइफ जिस मोड़ पे जा रही है उसका ज़िम्मेदार भी मैं ही हूँ, क्योंकि उसकी वजह भी मैं ही हूँ। मेरे वजह से ही मेरी लाइफ जिस मोड़ पे जा रही है वो मेरे वजह से ही जा रही है। सो आई एम द मास्टर ऑफ माई फेट, मेरे नसीब में जो भी है वो सब मेरी वजह से है, और मेरी लाइफ जहाँ जिस मोड़ पे भी जा रही है वो भी सब मेरी वजह से ही है। सो मैं किसी को दोष नहीं दे सकता, और किसी के तकलीफ़ देने पर मैं अपना सर झुका नहीं सकता। सो बाय विलियम अर्नेस्ट हेनली, और बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल ये दिया है यहाँ पे लोगो, आई एम द मास्टर ऑफ माई फेट, आई एम द कैप्टन ऑफ माई सोल। वेरी ब्यूटीफुली इट हैज़ बीन रिटन डाउन। अब हम जो है इसके ये कर लेते हैं, क्योंकि मार्जिन क्वेश्चंस तो मैं आपको रिटन फॉर्म में दे दूंगी, बाकी करेक्ट ऑप्शंस वाला हम यहाँ पे कर लेते हैं। फर्स्ट ऑप्शन जो है, चूज़ द करेक्ट ऑप्शन। फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन है, आउट ऑफ द नाइट दैट कवर्स मी ब्लैक एज द पिट फ्रॉम पोल टू पोल। तो इसका जो ऑप्शन है, थर्ड ऑप्शन है, द सर्कमस्टेंसेज आर एज बैड एज दे कैन बी with nothing to hope for from any corner. This is going to be the third point as the answer. Now B, in the fell clutch of circumstance I have not winced nor cried aloud. तो इसका जो है हमारा ऑप्शन जो है सेकेंड ऑप्शन है, I have not expressed my grief even when I had to suffer great pains. तो सेकेंड का सेकेंड ऑप्शन है। थर्ड क्वेश्चन है हमारा, अंडर द ब्लूजॉनिंग्स ऑफ चांस माई हेड इज़ ब्लडी। तो इसका ऑप्शन है हमारा फर्स्ट वाला, आई हैव सफर्ड मैनी सेटबैक्स एंड लॉसेस फॉर विच देयर वॉज नो रीज़न। सो ये हमारा फर्स्ट वाला ऑप्शन है इसमें। देन कमिंग टू डी, एंड येट द menace ऑफ द years finds and shall find me unafraid। तो इसका जो है ऑप्शन हमारा होना चाहिए थर्ड, even though I am growing old, I am not and shall not be afraid। थर्ड ऑप्शन है हमारा। देन ई में हम आते हैं, how charged with punishments the scroll। इसके लिए हमारा आंसर होगा सेकेंड वन, I may have to pay for many of my mistakes। तो इसका आंसर है सेकेंड वन। नेक्स्ट एफ वाला, I am the master of my fate। तो इसका है फर्स्ट ऑप्शन, आई टेक रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी फॉर एवरीथिंग दैट हैपन्स इन माई लाइफ। देन जी, आई एम द कैप्टन ऑफ माई सोल। इसका थर्ड ऑप्शन होगा, माई एक्शंस आर द रिजल्ट ऑफ माई ओन फीलिंग्स। ओके, these are the options which I have given you for English workshop first one, and write the rhyme scheme of the poem. Rhyme scheme of the poem is A B A B. And the third one is Where Lies the Land by A.C. Clarke. This is the poem that you have to read it from the internet. You can find out the poem and you can read it. So rhyming scheme, you can see jitne bhi 4 stanzas are there. There are 4 stanzas. In each of the stanzas you may find that the first and third line rhymes with each other, and the second and the fourth line rhymes with each other. So me, be, pole, soul. So A B A B. Okay, me A, pole B, again B, A and soul B. Same way we have circumstance, chance and allowed, unboard. A, B there also. And in third stanza, tears, years, shade, unafraid. Again A, B. Then we have gate, fate, scroll, soul. These are the rhyming words and A, B is the rhyming scheme here also. We have certain meanings over here given word study, whereby Invictus means unconquered, pit, a large deep hole in the ground, wrath, anger, fell clutch means wicked trap, bludgeonings, violent beating with a club, winced, jerked with pain, menace, threat, looms, hangs overhead. Now this I will give you the 4 questions. So these are the poetic devices. These are figures of speech which we can see. Identify the figures of speech in the given lines. The first one is black as the pit from pole to pole. This is simile. There is a direct comparison between the dark night and a deep black pit. Then it is also alliteration. The sound of the letter P is repeated in pit and pole. This can also be a repetition which is not given over here. Then out of the night that covers me, this is metaphor. The night is indirectly compared to difficulties. Then third one, in the fell clutch of circumstance, this is personification, because the circumstances are given the human quality of trapping someone or something wickedly. Then the last one is, I am the master of my fate, I am the captain of my soul. This is repetition. The phrase I am is repeated. Also this is metaphor. The poet compares himself to a master and a captain. This is margin questions. What is the poet thankful for? What is the poet thankful for? The poet is thankful for his unconquerable soul. The poet is thankful for his unconquerable soul. Now, which lines show that the poet has suffered his hardships? Okay, which line shows that the poet has suffered his hardships bravely? So if you have the poem with you in your hand, you can see the poem and you can find out the answers from that same. The following lines show that the poet has suffered his hardships bravely. The first line is, I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Right? This is the first line, first stanza, last 2 lines. I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. Second one, we have, I have not winced nor cried aloud. This is second stanza, second line. I have not winced nor cried aloud. Then third one is, my head is bloody but unbowed. This is the 4th line from second stanza. My head is bloody but unbowed. So these lines actually tell us that he has faced the problems or difficulties in his life very bravely. The next line then, finds and shall find me unafraid. This also tells us that he has faced the problems very bravely. This is the 3rd stanza, 4th line, finds and shall find me unafraid. Then the last one is, I am the master of my fate and I am the master of my soul. These also show us that he has faced the troubles very fearlessly and he is not affected with any trouble because he is ready to face them, whatever the situation may be. Then what is meant by the place of wrath and fears? The place of wrath and fears is our earth or universe, where there is no peace of mind. Circumstances are always making us either get angry with life or cry because of our problems. So I think I can repeat this. What is meant by the place of wrath and fears? The place of wrath and fears is our earth universe, where there is no peace of mind. Circumstances are always making us either get angry with life or cry because of our problems. Then next, what does the poet have full control over? What does the poet have full control over? The poet has full control over, poet has full control over his fate and his soul. The poet has full control over his fate and his soul. Now we are going to write the critical appreciation, which is very important. The critical appreciation, and almost all the exams, this in the semester exam especially, this appreciation is often asked in your papers. So you have to write in following points you have to include, but you have to write it in a paragraph format. Title, poet, rhyme scheme, favorite line, theme, central idea, special features, figures of speech, what I like or dislike why I like or dislike the poem. So the poem William Ernest Henley has written this beautiful poem Invictus. Okay, the poet William Ernest Henley has written this beautiful poem Invictus. The poet tells us that he is not afraid of anything. So I am repeating this. The poet tells us that he is not afraid of anything. Nothing can defeat his unconquerable soul. Then we shall continue from here. Nothing can defeat his unconquerable soul. The poet calls himself the master. The poet calls himself the master of his fate and the captain of his soul. The poet is indeed very thankful for his unconquerable soul. The poet tells us that his head may be bloody, but it will remain unbowed. Then next paragraph. The rhyme scheme of the poem is ABAB. The rhyming words are me, be, pole, soul, circumstance, chance, allowed, unbowed, tears, ears, shade, unafraid, gate, fate, scroll, soul. Every line in the poem is beautiful and full of meaning. The lines I like are the following ones. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. There are several figures of speech. The one that appealed to me is black as the pit from pole to pole. Here we have both simile as well as repetition. I like the poem because of the message that the poet never gives up. We must be grateful to God for whatever God has given us. We must learn to be like the poet and say that we will never bow before circumstances. We will keep our heads unbowed. We get the message that we should always look up to God for help. We must stay unafraid at all times. So this is the end of the poem, along with the appreciation, the margin questions and the workshop. I hope you enjoyed this poem. You understood it thoroughly. I'll definitely and very soon come with the next lesson. Till then, stay safe, stay secure. Thank you.